The interest rates will come down.
You said that you would demand that the interest rates come down.
Well, I would put in a strong statement.
Do you expect the Fed to listen to you?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big day today because today is the first interest rate decision or the first FOMC meeting since Trump came into power. And I think a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen today. Is Trump going to relent to the pressure? Is Powell going to relent to the pressure from Powell, or is he going to hold the Fed's independence? And that's a big question. And if I look at the markets, so what the markets are, if you want to say predicting, I don't know if the word is predicting, but if you look at the markets, something very interesting has happened. You've got no taker volume on the market. Now, for those of you who don't understand what taker volume means on the market, taker volume effectively means that is the volume that buyers are buying from the sellers. And right now, it seems like there's no taker volume coming into the market. And maybe that's something to be looking at. Also, what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about this tweet, because I think this tweet really hit home for me. I must say, it really hit home for me. It says, I'm losing more money now than I was in the bear market. I know there's a lot of us that are thinking the same thing. What kind of bull market is this? This is like the worst bull market ever. If this is a bull market, I don't know about you, but my portfolio is down. I'm getting destroyed. I'm getting smashed. And I don't know how you guys are feeling about it, but I think I understand why it's happening. And I want to talk to you guys about why it feels like we're in a bear market and what you need to do to get yourself out of this thing where you're in a bull market and Bitcoin is at $105,000 and your portfolio is actually down. If you feel like that, this is the show that you need to watch. It's really about the hardest bull market ever, if you want to call it that. So if you like that, then I suggest you listen till the end. Also, obliterate the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. We're growing very nicely despite the bear market. What I need you guys to do is to obliterate the like button. And let's get the show on the road. Let's get today's... If you're losing money, or if you're having a very hard time, what I need you to do is I need you to smash like, but I also need you to comment and let me know, because I really want to know who's around and who I'm speaking to today. And I guess we're probably all in the same boat where we're all feeling like this is like the worst bull market ever. I don't know. For me, the worst bull market ever. Can't believe what kind of bull market this is. I'm taking a lot of pain. I'll be honest. I'm taking a hell of a lot of pain. I don't know how you guys are feeling at the moment. I can tell you one thing. I'm taking a lot of pain in my portfolio, and I'm assuming there's a lot of other people that are doing exactly the same thing. And I've worked out why, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So welcome. As you can see, I'm here in Dubai, bringing you crypto love, crypto wisdom. 10 points for guessing which hotel I'm in, and which suite I'm in, and which suite I'm in. I'm not in the presidential suite, as some people are saying here. Yeah, so let me know if you can guess which hotel this is. Maybe you guys have stayed here before. Otherwise, I'm going to get directly into the alpha. I'm counting on you guys to obliterate the like button. Someone says Rune destroyed my account. It's not only Rune, man. Look at these bubbles. Just look everywhere. Let's just quickly get the bubbles here. I mean, it's not only Rune. It's the everything. It's the everything. Just look at this. So let's get the bubbles going here. So, I mean, it's everything. It's just red, and every day we look, the markets are red. And I'm going to show you why that is, and I'm going to show you how you can get yourself out of this mess. Anyway, in the meantime, as we can see, the markets seem to have made peace with the Nvidia, with the whole deep seek thing. They've come to peace. You saw the Nasdaq was kind of up. The S&P actually closed higher yesterday, and now the markets have got like a new issue that they need to deal with. And today's issue, or today's on the agenda today, is the FOMC meeting, because we have the first FOMC meeting since since Trump has gone into power. And as you heard at the beginning of the show, Trump wants interest rates to go down, and he says that Powell is actually going to listen to him. I suspect that it's going to be slightly different. I think what we need to watch out for today, and that's why you're getting all this selling pressure or this taker volume on Bitcoin, is you need to, whereas we know that interest rates aren't going to be reduced today. We can see that there's a 99.5% chance that interest rates aren't coming down today. So I think that's pretty much a sure thing. Something interesting actually has happened here. If you look at the probabilities, remember we were looking for one interest rate drop this year, and that was what the Fed rates actually predicted in the dot plot. in the last FOMC meeting, the Fed participants actually predicted that there's going to be one interest rate in 2025. But now what we're seeing is that something's creeped up here. All of a sudden, there is a probability of 2 interest rate increases. It's mild, it's 33.5% versus 30%. But it just shows you that now the market is starting to say, hold on a second, there may actually be an interest rate increase. There may actually be, hold on, someone's saying that my mic is slightly lower than normal. Let me get that up for us. Let me try and get the mic to actually be a bit softer, a bit louder for you guys. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It looks fine to me. I don't know. So it looks fine to me. So now what we're looking at is we're looking at this thing that's creeped up, which is that there's all of a sudden there is another interest rate decrease which is out there, and maybe this is the market saying, hold on a second, we know that Trump is going to find a way to bully Jerome Powell into reducing rates more aggressively than he wanted to reduce rates this year. Either way, what I'm seeing for tonight is I'm seeing a battle for power between Trump and Powell, because I think when the FOMC, when he actually announces the rates, I think we're going to get no surprises. We're going to get no interest rate increases or decreases. But when Powell actually does the press conference, a lot of people are going to ask him about Trump, Trump's presidency, Trump's pressure, and all of those things. And I think that that's where we're going to get the clues. I suspect that Powell will be the same normal Powell that we always get. And what we're going to get is a guy who says, we don't know what the policy is going to be. When we see what the policy is going to be, we're going to make decisions based on the data only. That's what Powell always says. And there is a chance. Tim, you got it right, man. The Waldorf Hotel, the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in Dubai on the Palm. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. So if you, so Powell is going to say no interest rate increases. Plus, there's going to be that tug of war between them saying, and Powell's going to say, I'm going to rely on the data with everything that actually happens, right? Then I think what you need to do is you need to look for the signs. And the signs are, if I look at the signs, the first sign that I'm seeing is gold is nearing all-time high and climbing up. Then you got the Dixie, which is actually going slightly down. So it's going slightly down, but slightly recovered from the 106 that it was at before. And so what the market's telling you is that effectively what's going to happen now is we're going to get no interest rate increase and a slightly hawkish FOMC meeting. If we get a bullish FOMC meeting, if anything bullish happens in the FOMC meeting, we go slightly up. If we don't get a bullish sign from Powell, then we've got ourselves a bit of a problem. The reality is, though, we've had some data come out since the last FOMC meeting. The data was quite good. Like the CPI wasn't good. It was slightly up. It went up from 2.7 to 2.9, but it was exactly as per the forecast. So now I think we're going to be in a position where we're going to get a neutral and maybe slightly hawkish FOMC meeting, and that could short-term spook markets a little bit, which is possibly why we're looking at this scenario over here, where you've got no taker volume and you've got a whole lot of if you want to call it maker volume. That's all happening. So that is what I'm expecting today for the FOMC meeting. And I guess I read this tweet. It says markets have a funny way of doing the opposite of what everyone expects. Right now, the sentiment is trash, FOMC uncertainty, global tensions, liquidity drying up, and a full-blown risk off across the board. Feels like the walls are closing in, but this is exactly when market turns. And he breaks down this whole reason why markets are going to turn now, because no one's expecting markets to turn now. And let me tell you something. When I read this, I was like, hold on a second. I don't know about you guys. I really need this market to turn. Let's just call a spade a spade. I need this market to turn. I'm fully invested, as you guys know, and the markets are not playing their part. Where I'm getting, a lot of the investments that I've made, the tokens are a lot down from the levels that I actually invested in these tokens. Some of the meme coins that I bought, I mean, I must be honest, I bought PopCat, as you know, you saw that account at about $1. PopCat is now trading at 34 cents. That means I'm huge down on that. I bought Pengu, I'm down on that. But I think I'm not actually alone. I think it's a lot of us. A lot of us are sitting here going, where is this alt season? What the hell is happening to this alt season? And to be honest, it's not only us. If I look on my Twitter timeline, There was a tweet here by Elio, and I think he's got it 100% right, where he says, his timeline feels exactly the same as the FTX collapse. It's brutal out there. The sentiment is ridiculous out there. There's Crypto Cousin, which says, I'm losing more money now than I was losing in the bear market. I mean, and that's quite a big statement to make, is that you're in a bull market, Bitcoin is at $100,000, $110,000 or whatever else, and people are losing money, right? Let's just quickly get a Bitcoin chart so we can actually just stay abreast of what's happening on Bitcoin, BTC USD. So he's losing more money now than he lost in the bear market. I've got the same feeling in the pit of my stomach that I had in the bear market. And I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that are feeling exactly the same thing. A Lady of Crypto says, I'm not gonna lie, I expected a full-blown alt season to be earlier in Q1. The whole process is taking so long. People getting complacent, people losing hope. It's the perfect recipe for a crazy pump, but I still feel exhausted in the waiting. I mean, we're just kicking the can down the road and kicking the can down the road. Someone says that this is the hardest cycle ever, and I agree. I think this has been the hardest bull market ever. It really has tested us very much. Byzantine General says, he says, some coins look like they're about to test if negative prices are possible in the coin. How about, I don't know if you guys feel the same way. If you do, let me know in the comments. I certainly feel the same way. This is not what I signed up for, I'll be honest. And the levels of motivation with me in the office, it's been hold on a second, I think we've just launched a new feature. Have we launched a new feature? Okay, great. We have launched a new feature. I'll show you something amazing in a few seconds. So it's been really a very tough time. And if you are feeling it's a tough time, you're not alone. We're all actually in this together. And I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. Someone says people are feeling salty with the losses. You know, on my timeline on Twitter, I know when the mood is good and when the mood is bad. Right now, people are salty. Every comment that they make is salty. The one day I called the bottom, and the guy complained for me calling the bottom. Like, bro, everyone's salty. Everyone's losing money. Everyone's losing money, right? And I want to show you why this is actually happening. So we are in a bull market, and Bitcoin is at 109,000, or sorry, at 101,000. You can see that. But the bull market is being driven by the institutions, and specifically the ETFs and Michael Saylor, which is actually driving the bull market, the crypto bull market. And the people that are driving the bull market, as I say, it's two cohorts which are actually driving this bull market. All the inflows are coming into Bitcoin only, and the only inflows are coming in via the ETF and coming in via the via Michael Saylor's fixed income instrument, so to speak, right? That's the only way that money is flowing into this market. If you look at the retail flows into this market, it paints a completely different story, right? That's the retail flows into the market. And you can see that this is the larger investor, which would take the Michael Saylor and the ETFs. And this here is the retail investor. This is the flows in the retail investor. And you can see that the retail investor has pretty much been shaken out and given up in this bull market. This market has been brutal. It has shaken out everybody out of this market. And the reason why that's happened is actually a very simple reason. I don't know if you guys have worked this out, but ultimately the reason why this happened is because this is a Bitcoin only bull market. There's two tokens actually that are running in this bull market. The first is Bitcoin and the other one is Solana, and then maybe you can add in Sui and stuff like that, and maybe one or two others. But that is the bull market for now. And everything else is outperforming or is underperforming against Bitcoin. So if you look at the advanced decline of the top 100 tokens, you can see that these top 100 tokens have actually been in a bear market since about here, which is 2021. So since 2021, the altcoins have actually been in a bear market. That's pretty much, you can say that maybe they bottomed here and they're starting to pick up, but actually the altcoins are actually in a bear market. I can show you that in a better chart, and that is if I just take others, which is the crypto market cap, excluding the top 10, and I plot those against Bitcoin. And what you can see is that ever since January 2022, that's actually been going down and down and down, and actually very much in a downtrend, which doesn't actually feel like it's going to break anytime soon. If you look at that downtrend, the others versus Bitcoin is painting a very bad picture. What it's showing is that this is a Bitcoin only bull market and nothing has moved. In fact, even if you look at Sol, yes, Sol had the amazing recovery from $8 all the way up to here. But actually, since December 2023, which is a year ago, if you look at Sol relative to Bitcoin, it's a pretty straight line, which means that you could have made the same amount of money if you invested in Sol as if you would have invested in Bitcoin. And that's quite a big statement to make. Like, Sol has been the best performer in the cycle. And if you invested in it on the 25th of December 2023, 2 years ago, your returns against Bitcoin would have actually been 0. And so what I'm trying to show you is that every other altcoin, and you can see here this is ETH versus Bitcoin. I mean, I don't even have to show you this chart because I think we know this chart all too well, is that you can see that right now we're in a scenario where this is a Bitcoin bull market, and there's no reason to be in any, or there hasn't been a reason to be in any other token. So that's pretty much where we are. And the reason why you're feeling the way you're feeling and I'm feeling the way I'm feeling is because we are invested in alts. We don't really believe, or we do believe in Bitcoin, but we believe that the majority of the returns are going to come from altcoins. And we may have jumped the gun and invested way too early in altcoins. And right now we're feeling the pain of being way too early. Okay, so that is why we feel like we feel. Because when you look at the Bitcoin chart is at $102,000. But if you look at every other chart relative to Bitcoin, it's not a pretty picture. In fact, they've all underperformed, or majority of them have underperformed Bitcoin. I actually want to just try one more to see if I can get 𝗬𝗢 divided by BTC USD. I just want to see what the 𝗬𝗢 chart looks like relative to Bitcoin. Okay, so 𝗬𝗢 has performed relatively well against Bitcoin, but that's because it has probably been one of the best performing in the cycle. So long story short, the reason why you feel the way you feel is because this is a Bitcoin, or so far, this is a Bitcoin only bull market. That's it. And so now we need to understand what's going to happen next. Is this actually going to change? Because I'm not sure that it's actually going to change. So let's actually show you the data, right? Let's see what the data actually says. So the first thing is, let's look at why this is the case. So the first reason why this is the case, hey, we could be really fucking early. Like, we still could be in phase 1 of the bull market. And the money, as you know, hasn't flowed to ETH yet. ETH is still a stable coin. Maybe we're still in phase 1. And maybe this is actually a right translated cycle, not a left translated cycle. When I say a right translated cycle, instead of things happening quicker, in this market, maybe things are happening slower. And therefore, we could just be in phase 1 of the bull market. Very, very, very plausible explanation. And maybe soon we'll get the money flow into ETH, and then we'll go into large cap alts and small cap alts. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is that this is like every other cycle. And before the alt season can begin, the market usually has a flush out. And we're in that flush out. It happened in 2017. It happened in 2021. It happened in every single year. We had a 31% flush out, a 30% flush out, a 37% flush out. Those flush outs tire out investors. And that could be what happened. And you can see that maybe we are bottoming. We will bottom in January, and we're still in January for the next 2 days. We're bottoming in January. And we will then, when you look at the others versus BTC, we will actually bounce just like we did in 2017 and in 2021. So that is definitely an option. And to make that option a bit better, I look at the new users that are coming into the market. And if I look at the users that are coming into the market, what I know is that users coming to Twitter specifically, before they actually come into YouTube, right? And what I've seen in the last couple of days and weeks, specifically since Trump has been inaugurated, is I've seen on my own account, on my own Twitter account, I've seen that I've gained more followers than I've gained in a long time. This is the weekly average of followers gained, and you can see the number of the number that I've gained. I'm not the only one. I just pulled out 2 other accounts. So Chris Crypto, you can see that his account is growing fantastically well. You can see the amount of people that it's growing, and then you can see Altcoin Daily. Altcoin Daily also, since December, look at the growth on their account. And that could mean that, yes, we are completely repeating every other cycle. We've had the flush out, or we're having the flush out, but now new retail investors are coming in to take us to the last part of the crypto bull market, which is the best part of the crypto bull market. The third option is that in this cycle, retail doesn't matter. And when I say retail doesn't matter, this is a theory that I brought to you the other day, where I said to you, look, in this cycle, the institutional flow is so big, and it's only going into Bitcoin and maybe a little bit into ETH. And there's just no way that the retail money, the retail dollar, can compete with the amount of institutional flows, and therefore the money is only going to be into the institutional assets, which in this case is Bitcoin. To add to that, as I mentioned to you the other day, you've got too many tokens. This chart over here shows that we have got about 37 million tokens on the market, 36,949,000, so 37 million tokens on the market. And when you have 37 million tokens and more and more and more, and a million tokens being launched every single week, well, there's just no way that the market can actually go up. And to make that worse, to make the situation even worse, the people all invested in meme coins. Meme coins got absolutely fucking massacred, okay? Like meme coins got massacred, as you can see. People are now, I mean, Pump Fund made $500 million worth of revenue in less than a year. And so the only people making money here are the casino. And the investors or the gamblers are not making money. They're all losing their money. And now when 𝗪𝗏𝗡 tells you that PopCat's going to hit new highs and PopCat is now trading at 85% down, people are saying, okay, maybe we just need another hero, because this hero, and I called this, I said, 𝗪𝗏𝗡's going to take his followers, he's going to die on the sword, and unfortunately for him, I think it's going to be a very, very, very ugly, and a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. But anyway, I think now what people are realizing is that maybe memes weren't exactly the best investments. Even the events that we thought brought in money, which was the launch of TrumpCoin, we actually realized that TrumpCoin didn't bring in people. It brought in some retail investors through Moonshot, but that's it. There were no other investors that came out as a result of the Trump token. And the truth is that it's actually not only retail that is being destroyed. It's actually also the VCs that are getting destroyed. Like you can see the VCs, their average profits are 6x, but this is unrealized. Like you can imagine for VCs, you got 6x unrealized profits. That's very, very, very bad for a VC, because remember, by the time those are realized, things are going to change. So the question is, that is where we are, and that's possibly where we're at. Either we're early, or we're never going to get another alt season like the alt season that we got because we got too many tokens, or or it could be starting to happen right now. Regardless, we need to decide what we're actually going to do in this situation. So what are we actually going to do in this situation? What is the best outcome, the best thing to do in this situation? Well, the first thing you can do is you can be patient. Just be patient, because maybe in the coming weeks, if we're lucky, you have got a new administration. The administration is much more crypto friendly. You will start to get more money flowing into altcoins, and as a result of more money flowing into altcoins and more liquidity in the market, well, we could actually get the alt season coming in the next couple of weeks. Truth is, I'm not really adopting that strategy. And the reason why I'm not adopting that strategy is because I've done that all along. I've been invested in altcoins all along, and I've been waiting for altcoin season to come all along. It hasn't come. And to be honest, I'm starting to think to myself, maybe this time is different. Now, maybe that's a good sign. Maybe the fact that even I'm starting to think that this time is different, but it means that this is the beginning of the altcoin season. It could be. It happens like that. The market first wears you down, and then it does what you least expect it to do, which in this case would mean going to be an alt season. So the first thing is you could just be patient. The second thing that you could do is this, right? You could you could go to the store and you could buy yourself a set of adult diapers, and you can become like the Irishman. So the Irishman is one of our researchers, and this guy never ever leaves his trading screen. I swear to God, I think he uses these Dignity premium diapers, right? He sits there, and no matter what time the news comes out, this motherfucker puts a trade in it. You've never seen anything like it. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, FOMC, not FOMC. This guy is sitting in front runners, and he's dropping alpha every single minute of the time. He's got like 5 terminals all feeding him news. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can actually become a trader, right? You can become a trader, and you can buy these Dignity premium diapers. By the way, there's a referral link below if you want to buy them. You can use our link to buy these Dignity. Please use our link, don't use BitBoy's link for this. But you can do this and you can become an amazing trader, right? And then that way you never ever have to get up from your desk or from your bed or from wherever you're trading from, exactly like the Irishman. I didn't think this was real, but the one day I was on a Zoom call with the Irishman, and then he dropped something, and he left like this. He did this, he went like this, and then as he got up, I realized The guy was wearing fucking diapers. So, sorry, I had to go get a tissue. I had to go and get a tissue there. But literally, I once had a call with him, and that's literally what happened. The guy was wearing diapers. And then I realized that this is probably one of the biggest secrets to becoming a good trader, right? So if you do want to buy a pack of diapers, in the bottom here, there's a referral link. You get 25% off, but you got to buy the big pack. Poor Irishman, not here to defend himself. So someone says. so that's the other thing that you can do. The third thing that you can do is you can actually start becoming realistic about what the cycle is going to look like. And what does the cycle actually look like? This cycle has limited attention from retail investors. The limited attention that retail investors can give the cycle is nothing in comparison to the amount of tokens that are actually flowing into the cycle. You get that, right? Because we have given anybody the ability to launch tokens with no barriers to entry. We are getting millions and millions and millions of people launching millions and millions of tokens, and all of these tokens are stealing liquidity from everyone else. That is the fact. So what does that mean? It means limited money coming, limited retail people coming in, too many altcoins on the other side. It means that the most valuable currency in this cycle is attention. And what it means is the following. For you, it means exactly what this tweet says. It says, I think the whole altcoin dilution thing is overblown. People quoting outrageous figures like we have 60 billion tokens. We all know that 90% are not thinking outside the top 500. And that's probably one of the biggest pieces of advice that I'm going to give you in the cycle is stay in the top 100, 150, maybe max 200 tokens. Forget about the others. Because the problem is that if the others aren't getting attention, there's not enough to actually push up the big market caps. So stay in the top 100, 150, top 200 tokens. Do not venture into token number 500 and 600. And if you're going to go and venture into those tokens, take a tiny bit of your portfolio and have fun in that casino. But don't go and start playing these. Don't go and put too much money in these undervalued gems. Remember, we're playing for attention. The tokens that are in top 300, let me be honest with you. I own Banter Bubbles, right? Let's say I own Banter Bubbles. I've never in my life gone down to token number 900 to 1,000. I've never in my life gone down to 800 to 900. Stay in the top 100. Stay in the top 200. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. We have a new button in Banter Bubbles, guys. Stocks. You can literally now create a portfolio with stocks and crypto in the same thing. So you can toggle between crypto and stocks. And also, I don't think I'm logged in here, but if I was logged in here and I wanted to make a watch list, I can now create a new watch list and I can add. So let me quickly add a watch list. I can add. Let's add BTC, and then I want to add Nvidia. And you can now have stocks and crypto on one screen. This is an amazing feature. I think we're the only guys in the market that have actually got this feature. So you can see you can go to crypto or you can go to stocks, and you can do crypto and stocks. We're the first guys in the market to launch this. It's available at banterbubbles.com or on the Banter app. This is amazing. Congratulations to Josh and the dev team. Remember, stocks is on day one, so there may be a few bugs in that. Also, when you click on the stocks, you can see all the latest news. You can see the charts. We really are building this into an amazing investment tool. Fuck, I'm so proud of this. Look at this. You can go crypto and stocks, and the main thing is that you can have crypto and stocks in the same portfolio, so you can actually literally track your portfolio immediately. Anyway, let's go back to crypto, which is red, and by the way, stocks are green, which is interesting. Anyway, so don't go below the top 150 or 200. Just don't do it. Don't go below 150 or 200 because you're going to get burnt. This is a cycle that's about attention. If you're looking for attention, only the top 150 or 200 are going to get attention. That's what so you need to stick to the ones that actually have attention. The third thing that I would say to you guys is start looking for real altcoins. Don't rely on hype, because if you're relying too much on hype and not enough on fundamentals, when the attention goes away, this is what's going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen, and it's happened to me to teach me a lesson that I should stop investing on hype. Hype can take a meme coin to a $2 billion market cap. Lack of fundamentals will bring it straight down to 350 million, and possibly this is not even the end for it. You have a choice of so many opportunities to invest in. Pick the ones with the best fundamentals, because you don't know how long the cycle is going to go. And when the tide goes out, I'd rather be holding a 𝗬𝗢𝗘𝗓 or a Solana or a 𝗕𝗘𝗘𝗓 than holding a meme coin, man. I just think it's a very different thing. And the last bit of advice that I would give you is a very simple bit of advice, is if you're holding old coins, those old coins ain't going to run ever again. A lot of people are very attached to old coins, and these old coins probably, and you decide what your old coins are, but if there's a token that isn't very, very used in the market, doesn't have great fundamentals, but you're waiting for it to go up because it was up in the last cycle, dump it. It ain't going to go up again. There's not enough attention to give that old coin the volume to go up. I told you this when the old coins ran last time, but I'm saying this to you guys again. I don't know what you're holding, but if you're holding like GMT, or if you're holding Tezos, or if you're holding Cosmos, I don't know if I'd be holding any of those coins. I'd be getting out of those coins, to be honest. I'd be completely getting out of those coins. Make sure that the tokens that you have a lot of trading volume. That is your telltale sign. So you need to make sure that there is volume. If there is an old coin, and the old coin has a lot of volume, trade it, because that means there's still a very active community actually trading there, right? But don't trade old coins that don't have volume, because that means there's no interest in those coins. Like 𝗙𝗧, for example, right? Like, guys, I don't know about you, but there's a total, let's just quickly just look at the daily trading volume of 𝗙𝗧. Okay? Daily, $13 million. Okay, that's a problem. That's never going to go up. There's not enough of a community to actually go there. So look at the volume. Start looking at volume. So again, what are we looking for? Number one, you can be patient. Number two, you can buy yourself adult diapers. Number three, stay in the top 150 or 200 tokens, maybe 250 tokens if you're really good at this game. Number four, look for tokens that have volume and actually have fundamentals. And if I don't have volumes and if I don't have fundamentals, get the hell out. Because there is a chance that those tokens are never, ever going to come back, and you're going to be caught with your diapers on or without your underpants on, and that's a big problem. So that is what I'd be looking at. That is how I'd be playing the cycle. You need to be patient, be very, very patient, because I do think that there will be more of an alt season. I don't think we're going to get an alt season where everything runs against Bitcoin, because I think the inflows into Bitcoin are going to be amazing. It means that you have to become much smarter in terms of fundamentals. We've obviously given you a very fundamental driven approach all the time, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing going forward. I'm going to give you a lot of fundamentals actually going forward all the time. Yeah, I think that just stick to the fundamentals. We're going to stick to the fundamentals with you. Also, the truth is, look, if you are trading and you do keep getting wrecked and you do keep losing your accounts, I do have a solution for you. It is a company that we partnered up with. It's called Bitfunded. I want to just show you how it works quickly before I show you some more alpha. How it works is, effectively, it's a prop trading firm. It's basically where you trade with other people's money. So how it works is very simple. Let me go back and just show you quickly how it works. So essentially what happens is, this is for people who think they're good traders but don't have a lot of their own money. What you can do is you can trade with other people's money. So how it works is, let's say you want to trade with $10,000. You pay $99. You got to get 8% in the first stage. So it takes you to 10,800. And then again, 5% in the second stage to 11,400 more or less. Then you start trading with real money, and it's not your money, which means if you lose, you don't take any of the losses. If you win, you get 90% of the winnings. So this is the safest way for you to trade with a lot of money and limit a little bit of money. So you're only limiting $99. The worst that you can lose is $99. If you want to trade on Bitfunded, just go here. There should be a Bitfunded link somewhere here. There it is. Haven't got a lot of money to trade to it. Just click on this Bitfunded link, and you'll actually be able to do that. Also, reminder, go and check out banterbubbles.com. I love this new feature. You now got crypto and stocks, and now you can again create your own portfolio. I'm so excited. I've got a portfolio where like I really want to do like. So I want to do like Bitcoin, and I want to do Sol, I want to do Solana, and I want to do NVIDIA, because I've got some, well, I don't have NVIDIA, I've got Apple, AAPL, and I'm going to get Facebook. So that's, okay, let's just call it a watch list. Facebook, which is actually Meta. Meta. And so now I can actually see these. I can actually see these all in one view. So I can literally see my whole portfolio in one view. That's an amazing, amazing thing that that nobody else has got. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to love and leave you guys. I think that was an amazing show. Thank you for being here in Dubai. Well done to those of you who guessed where I am. I'll see you guys again. We'll probably, I may jump onto the stream later. Which is the 𝗙𝗡𝗡 stream. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Let's see if there's any questions coming up in the chat. Someone says, pull my rug. Someone says usual. I'll give you a full rundown on usual. I think it's a good protocol. I think it's good. I think it's really, really good. Great show. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, brother. Good to see you. Glenn, thank you, buddy. Always good to see you. Jabdul Media, you're right. I am in Dubai, sir, but which hotel, sir? Which hotel? Yeah. All right, guys. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, trade well, my friends.